Let's bring in the mayor of El Paso, Oscar Leeser. Mayor Leeser, thank you so much for being with us. Describe for us what is happening in your city right now.
Well, one of the things that we, and just like you said, that started three, 4 weeks ago, we were sitting at about 350, 400 a day. It's every day now we're getting about 2,000, and it's really important that we make sure people are not on the street, that they have shelter. In the last 12 days, we've sheltered about 10,000 people that would have been released into the street, and we went out there and we gave them a bed. About 20,000 meals we've had to prepare on a daily basis. So it's one of the things that we're at the breaking point of we're running out of sheltering space. I know that the Border Patrol has no more room in their areas. The NGOs, which are non-governmental agencies, are at the brink also. So it's been really important. We try to decompress, but we're still finding ways as a community to make sure we treat people right, take them off the street, and still make sure that the number one priority is the safety of our community.
Right, yeah, it's certainly a tough task there. Mayor, the GOP senators are addressing the border crisis right now. Let's listen to what Senator Ted Cruz said just moments ago.
Just about every single illegal immigrant who crosses the border wears one of those wristbands. They're color-coded for how many thousands of dollars they owe the cartels. And if you stand on the banks of the Rio Grande River, you see hundreds or thousands of these wristbands. They're just like this. These are the wristbands picked up from the banks of the Rio Grande River. And the little boys, the teenagers who come in who owe thousands of dollars to the cartels, they're sent to every city in America, and they're working for the cartels.
Well, Mayor, so much of this crisis, turns into political back and forth. Do you feel like the federal government is listening?
Well, one of the things we do work really close with Secretary Mayorkas and FEMA, and without them, we couldn't do it. We're not putting it on the back of the local taxpayer. And we know that when they come to El Paso, less than 1% of them will be staying here. We know that they're coming to the United States. So it's really important that we continue to work with the federal government. But as border cities, we do have a responsibility to make sure that people are treated properly, but also that we protect the safety of everybody coming in and our community.
And Mayor, I want to go back to something you said just moments ago, that your city really is on the breaking point. We report it day in and day out, but what does that really mean in the day-to-day reality?
Well, when we have thousands of people that are being released to the street, we don't want them on the street. We want to make sure that they have a bed, that they have a warm meal. So that's been really our mission, to make sure that we keep people off the street and we help them get to their destination. And that's what we've been doing. Our Office of Emergency Management's done an incredible job of making sure that, but at some point, which is that point now, we're running out of hotel rooms. I'll give you an example. We had 4 hotels set up for asylum seekers. Now we're up to 10 hotels, and that's still not enough. Just in the last couple of days, we ended up purchasing a school that had been closed down for years. And we're going to take that school and we're going to convert into family units so families can come in their classroom. We're going to split it up into 2 areas. Half of it will be for animal services. The other half will be for asylum seekers. They won't ever interact unless they want to. If an asylum seeker wants to come walk a dog, play with a dog, watch a dog, they have the right to. If they don't, they won't have to. But we believe, talking with FEMA, that one of their biggest concern is mental health. And we believe that will help them a lot as they get there and sit there and watch a dog play, walk a dog, whatever they want to be. But again, it's 2 separate facilities on 19 acres. They won't ever be together unless somebody wants to walk over and do that.
Mayor, before I let you go, what do you think is most misunderstood about this crisis? Because so many of us don't live in border cities. It doesn't mean we're not dealing with the crisis, but we don't live along the border. What do you want those of us in the rest of the country to really know?
Well, these people are coming to better their lives, to make a better life for their families, and they're here to hopefully be able to get work. But at the end of the day, that they're going through, if they don't go through the proper process, which is like the CBP1 app and stuff, they will be sent back. So the biggest thing that people think, if they're illegally into our country, but once they get processed, they're not illegally into our country. And that's what biggest thing that people see and say they're illegally into our country. Those people will not be, that don't register through the federal government, will not be able to come into our country. So the ones we see today, the ones that are on the street, the one we're helping has gone through the immigration process, and now they're waiting for a hearing. And the hearing may be 5, 6 years from now, but they've been released because they have been processed now.
Oh, important perspective there. El Paso Mayor Oscar Leeser, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.